Like, you should not try to be that girl or aspire to be that girl. You should just be that girl. Be that bitch. Be her now. Be that girl now. Go do your own version of that girl, your own spin, or at least think of that girl as yourself, because why not? What is life without lip gloss? Seriously. It's like technically not a lip gloss, but kind of is. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I think after publishing that other video that I posted on why it's okay to be alone and, you know, dealing with exclusion and all this stuff, I feel like the focus was very much on other people. But today I want the focus to be more on you. And in particular, accepting yourself now and not later. You know, like the buy now, pay later. Accept yourself now, not later. No, but if you haven't watched that video, go watch it, because I spent a long ass time trying to edit it, and I'm gonna promote my own stuff, okay? Planet Earth, billions of people, and then there's you. Why the hell are you here? Why am I here? Why is your weird auntie here? Why is your, you know, high school bully here? What makes you different, you know? Because there's so many people. So like, what is the possible difference between some people that I swear are exactly the same? Everyone is different because everyone has different life experiences, and thus you can draw the conclusion that no two people live the exact same life. Like, even if you were twins, you're still not going to live the exact same life. Because firstly, how many people have a twin? You know, I'm not going to talk about twins. Twins are very interesting. Your unique experiences influence your life. You know, you are unique. You have to be who you want to be. B-A-R-B-I-E. Barbie girl. This is so ridiculous. You have a life to live. You're unique and you have to accept that you're different, even if you think you're boring. And with that said, you are forever. You know, beyond your body, like once it goes and you're not physically here anymore, you still exist. Like, I'm not trying to like act creepy or anything, but your spirit will live on forever. And if you don't believe in this whole idea of reincarnation, you don't believe in spirits, you don't believe in any of that stuff, I don't care. I do. So I'm going to talk about it. It's my channel. You're the same person in a different body. Even if you don't believe that, I hope that you can think about this in a different way. You are here to experience life in this body because you need to learn from being in this body. I'm not talking necessarily even about the physical. I'm not talking about like the way you look, your age, you know, your ethnicity, your gender, whatever you are, right? Like, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like inside, like who you are. Your nature, demeanor. I'll give you an example. I feel like I can be a little picky. Okay, I could be a lot picky. A lot of people are not patient with that. And like, it wasn't until the last, you know, couple years of my life, I'm owning it. It's not going to be a negative quality, because like, I grew up with this kind of like, oh, you know, she's picky, she's particular and whatever. And it's like, I always feel like bad about it. And if you're like that too, you have your own little quirks, you have your own little things about you, you have to accept them. I understand if you want to be more agreeable, like let's say you're picky too. If everybody was the exact same, what would this life even be? You know what I mean? Like, it's because people are different. That's why you go through a lot of different kinds of experiences with people, because you just learn from them. If you want to change yourself, like even physically, you shouldn't. If you want to change your hair, if you want to change your body, if you want to change whatever, you should do whatever you want. The point is, you should do things that feel right to you. You still have to accept yourself at every stage. I know for me, in the pandemic, I was overweight and I was really struggling. Basically, I graduated and I got my degree. Hold on. I graduated and I got my degrees. The weight slowly crept up for every year that I was studying. All the Starbuckses, all the takeout, lack of exercise. Anyway, who cares? But I gained a lot of weight. And so I was really unhappy about it. But there was a point where I'm like, you know what? I gotta own this body. I gotta look in the mirror and think, I am still that bitch. You know why? Because I was. Like, you were looking at yourself thinking, wow. Even if I had to lie to myself for a bit, eventually I started to believe it. And I felt like losing the weight was so much easier. I just want to talk a little bit about that girl. You know, like working out, eating right, journaling, getting sleep, drinking water. But you know what? It's a myth. I looked up the myth definition. A traditional study so I looked up a definition of myth. What's going on here? Traditional story, especially when considering the early history of people or explaining some natural or social phenomenon, and typically involving supernatural beings or events. That's kind of like what I mean by myth, not so much like the lie definition of myth. Like it's more of an illusion. Like it can be real, and it's kind of like what you make of it, right? Like you should not try to be that girl or aspire to be that girl. You should just be that girl. Be that bitch, you know? The bitch thing is gonna have to be incorporated in every single video now. Be her now. Be that girl now. Go do your own version of that girl, your own spin, or at least think of that girl as yourself, because why not? Get obsessed. Get obsessed with yourself. I'm obsessed. Spend time with yourself, do self-reflection and journaling. One of my favorite ways to do this is astrology. Astrology is so fun. It's just endless. There's just so much stuff, so many aspects, pun intended. Whether you believe in it or not, I don't really care. I feel like people who say, I don't believe in astrology. Astrology's fake. It's like stupid. Like, do you want a prize? Like, I don't care. It gives some people like more of a perspective on themselves. That's a good thing. We want more. It's like Myers-Briggs or whatever that like MBTI thing is. Like some people might think it's kind of narcissistic to be this way, to be like kind of over like obsessed with yourself. You should be like this. If you're not obsessed with yourself, then who's going to be obsessed with you? Aside from a creeper, of course, because, you know, ew. Be into yourself. And like, listen, some people will try to call you out for being into yourself. Who gives a damn? Those people who are super into themselves that we all know don't care. Accept that you are not for everybody and you are not everybody. It's okay to not be liked. I know I'm not liked by everyone. It's not my problem. Nobody wants to be rejected. And at the same time, like, you know, in some places you do want to be liked because you want to be included. This leads a lot of people into living like a double life and just being really strange, okay? Be mindful of like where you're maybe overcompensating because you want to be included, you want to be accepted, but at the expense of being who you are as a person. It is an extension of yourself to create. Art is a direct extension of who you are, your beliefs, your experiences, you know, your worldview. So when you're creating things that are authentic to you, it's really kind of reinforcing who you are as a person. I started doing these kind of sit down style videos, like in front of a camera with my microphone, because I felt like I had a lot to say. I have a lot of notes on my phone. I had no way to kind of present them in a way that makes sense. I felt like maybe I should like try to bring this to my YouTube channel because I feel like some of these messages should be heard and I think they could be valuable to at least someone out there. So it's great though, because not only am I, you know, helping someone potentially, but I'm also getting to create content. And this is also encouraging me to create on a consistent basis, which I'm trying to do more now. So yeah, I think it's awesome and I highly recommend creating stuff. And it's even better if you share the stuff that you're creating. It can totally help you understand who you are a little bit better. Producing something from your own worldview, as I mentioned. I'm reading my script here. Stop comparing yourself and beating. Stop comparing and beating yourself up. I need to print that and put that on my mirror for myself, even because like I still do that. And I think it comes with the territory of being a Virgo. You know, I know a lot of Virgos tend to be our harshest critics. I think in general, people are like their harshest critics, but Virgos, like they take it on another level. I feel like that's actually where a lot of the negative traits that are like stereotypical for Virgos come from. Like they're really judgmental. Yeah, they can't, because we're judging ourselves the hardest. I think like when they say comparison is the thief of joy, I feel like it's so true. When you start comparing yourself to someone, you find excuses or reasons to not do something. When you say no to yourself, you are automatically saying no to the possibility of something. You're not even letting people reject you. You're rejecting yourself first. I definitely have been like that. I've definitely been like, no to this, no to that. And like, I didn't even let anyone tell me no. I would just tell myself no. That's actually scary. You should not be the one telling yourself no. You have to stop beating yourself up. You have to stop judging yourself so harshly. You have to stop comparing yourself to others. You are not other people. Like I said, there's billions of people on this planet, so everyone can have a unique experience, based on so many factors. And when you compare yourself, you are not on the same life journey. It's not the same as your weird auntie or your high school bully. Or stop beating yourself up. Stop saying no to yourself first. Let other people tell you that, and only temporarily. Like, you got to look at it as like you're saying no, but it's more like not yet. When you're judging yourself, or when you're judging, and also when you're judging other people, because we all do it, when you're judging other people, that's projection. And see it for what it is. It's projection. This is why when you're more negative and you say certain things about people, and you don't talk nicely about people, it's projection. Don't let other people beat you up either. It's just because they couldn't do it, then they look at you and say, well, you can't do it either. Advice is different from telling someone straight up that they can't do something. Or they're like ridiculous for thinking they can do something. It's so crazy to hear how so many like celebrities will talk about how they had like a teacher in school. They would have either believed in them or just completely shat on them and shat on what they believed in. This is the reason why, like, when you were a kid and like you do like those little assignments, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a hot dog stand owner. There's a reason why you believe you can be absolutely anything. You want to be like a mermaid or something that doesn't even exist either. And the reason is because you don't have limits when you're a kid. Like, you believe in everything. And as you grow older, the world starts changing your perspective, most likely, on how reasonable things are. And this is the thing about teachers, right? Tell them they want to be a mermaid, then be like, oh, that's interesting. Like, who are you to tell them anything? In their world, it makes sense. I'm going to say this with all of my heart. When you believe in yourself and you trust yourself and you have courage to set out to do what you want in life, that is like the true definition of self-love and acceptance. And that's really what you want to do. You want to like know what you want, and you want to go after it every single time. And don't let any idiots tell you can't do anything. I'll be talking to people on that level that are like, just like not even, be careful with these people, okay? Like, seriously, don't let these people beat you up. Don't let them tell you that you can't do anything. Their opinion does not matter, and you can't listen to it. You can't take whatever they say seriously. You got to do what you feel is right for you, because there's a reason you want it. There's a reason that you have a feeling that it's something that you want to pursue or take seriously, or something that you want to be, or a way that you want to live. And you just got to believe it and go after it. Otherwise, what else are you doing in life? You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to live like an NPC character, just droning on, not really being present. You don't want to live like an NPC character. Watch that video. People who are right for you will be happy for you. They will be genuinely happy for you and be supportive on your journey. People who are not, it's because they're projecting. They know they can't do things themselves. That's why they feel threatened. I know that the journey to self-acceptance is a long road. It's not something that, it's something that is so important and so essential in our life, to learn how to accept ourselves, love ourselves at every stage, now, including now, not later. Yeah, so anyway, I hope this video was helpful and you got something out of it, because I have been talking once again for a long time. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.